And you can see I've already tested his knuckle here. We get the same pink that's going on up on his forehead. How plump these fingers are. Sometimes you'll find that dirt migrates to the bottom of the painting. Sometimes it's a little dirtier further down. That makes sense, right? That's gravity, the way the dust might fall. But varnish, if it's simply about the varnish discoloring, it's going to be pretty evenly discolored, unless it was applied unevenly. This appears to be very even. We already know that this is an English painting. And if we didn't already know that, the garment would probably give it away. Great way to find the age of the painting. But it's not always definite. Someone could be looking back in time. For instance, was this the 3rd or the 5th Baron? It could have been the 5th Baron asking the painter to paint the 3rd. So perhaps he was looking back in style. Still, there are details you can glean from costume. Before we go down to the weaponry, I want to point out a beautiful detail here. The gentleman's hand as it rests inside his coat. The fact that the buttons, again, follow the hand. We're seeing the side of the button. He didn't simply paint the button square on. He observed how it went around. And there we are with the lace again, also wrapping around the hand. There's a shading underneath. Let's find out what color that shading is. What's really going on underneath the varnish. Again, varnish is applied for very good reasons. It's meant to protect, and it does its job well. Some varnishes change color. Some varnishes simply darken. A little hazier, a little pinker. Wow, there's a lot of dirt. I can't wait to see the whole thing done. All right, well, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this sword now. By talk, I mean test. I was told that if this was an Italian sword, it would have more flourish to it. If it was a French sword, it might cover the hand more. This is an English sword, that we know. It's a dress sword, not really meant for real battle, maybe to show prestige. Along the edge, there was probably in-painting going on. The previous restorer, no doubt, took care of some of these cracks, and some have opened up again. This has lost a little bit of paint here. I'll be filling that in. But if it's not necessary, I won't take off the previous in-paint. If, however, I clean it, and there's a huge difference, well, let's try it out right there. If there's a huge difference, then and time has not been kind to these in-paints at the bottom, then it'll fall to me to overpaint just a bit, in-paint just a few dots, so that your eye won't go there, you won't be distracted as the viewer, because that's not where Michael Dahl, the painter, wanted you to look. Yeah, as I thought, I am removing previous restorer's overpaint a little bit. You see sort of a reddish, brownish hue. Doesn't match the gray that we were getting here. So we definitely have some overpaint here. Again, if I don't have to remove it all, it's not doing anybody any harm. Ultimately, after it's cleaned and varnished, I'll assess it and say, I'm a little distracted by a difference in color between the original color and the previous restorer's overpaint. I could tone that just a little. Some of it, after all, will be under a frame's edge, but some of it will not. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The last mystery I want to solve is, what's the real color of this curtain? Looks important, doesn't it? Looks like it's setting him off somehow. I'm guessing it's green. Let's find out. I can feel the weight of this curtain. The way the painter has painted it. It lies thickly bunched up in the corner. A deep hunter green and the highlights up here. They're not the murky tan color. They're much lighter than that. And there we go. It's still a dark curtain. And we're going to stop cleaning because that's as far as it goes. You can't clean something to get it to where you hoped it would be, to make it what you want it to be. It has its own character, and we're not going to take that character away from it.